This is Captain Penguin, bringing you the happiness hour again. Wake up, you sleepyheads. It's a glorious day. Birds are singing. Sunbeams are dancing. Happy flowers are smiling. Say good morning to a stranger. All you good folks out there in television, shout, good morning! All of you together, let's hear it!
Shut off that damn radio!
I didn't hear you, folks. Once more.
You stupid on the third floor, trying to sleep! Turn off that blubber box!
Oh, you can do better than that. That's better. And now let's all sing welcome to a lovely...
Hey, you broke my window.
Next time, I'll come down there and break your head!
Well, you don't have to be unpleasant about it. Oh, wait a minute! I'm coming! Oh, good morning, Miss Gogan.
I happened to be in the home. I heard glass breaking. Oh!
Someone threw a bottle through the window.
Then you have to pay for the damage.
But I didn't break it.
If you provoke the neighbors, you're responsible. Cooking in your room.
It's just hot water for tea.
That's cooking as far as I'm concerned. Stinks up my whole building.
Tea doesn't stink, Miss Gogan. You can hardly smell it at all. Almost.
Rails are...
Rails!
I'll just have to take this. You can have it back when you leave.
I wouldn't have heated a kettle, except the water in the tap isn't hot enough.
Oh, you're dissatisfied here.
Oh, no. I'm very happy here, Miss Gogan. It's a beautiful room. It has an air shaft and everything.
Well, I can't stand here all day listening to you complaining.
I wasn't complaining.
I'll just take this bottle. There is a 2-cent deposit on it.
Hi, Millie. Am I late?
No, I'm early. I wanted to talk to you.
Well, we better keep the door ajar. You know Miss Gogan's rules.
Oliver, can I talk to you? Serious?
Can't we talk on the subway?
Oliver, I want to get married.
I know. To me.
You don't understand.
Yes, I do. You don't want it to wait a year, and I don't blame you. So, I'm going to ask Mr. Henderson this morning for a raise. I promise you, we won't have to wait for my mother to go on Social Security.
Oliver, listen. You don't understand. I'm going to marry someone else.
I don't understand.
I just said that.
You mean you want to marry someone besides me?
No way? Yes.
But you can't marry someone else when you're engaged to me.
I know. That's why I thought I ought to break our engagement.
But what have I done?
Nothing. And that's why I fell in love with Herbie. He does things.
Herbie! At the bank!
He's going places, Oliver. He's a fighter.
He's a phony!
You're always afraid of trouble, Oliver. And that's the trouble.
Well, if it's trouble you want, Herbie Henderson will give you plenty. Believe me. All right? All right?
And another thing. You haven't ever tried to kiss me since we got engaged.
There was a good reason.
There are no good reasons for not kissing.
All right. I'll tell you the truth then. I think I have a sexual disease.
What?
Oh, I wasn't unfaithful to you. 2 weeks ago, I had to use a subway restroom in a hurry. I was very careful. I will look on my heels, but I caught something.
In your heels?
From the seat. I've been itching ever since. Tuesday, I went to a doctor for a blood test.
What did he say?
I get a report today. I gave a wrong address, and I said my name was John Doe. I wish I'd said it was Herbie Anderson.
Your blood test won't change things, Oliver. I think you want your engagement ring back.
I can't wear it. Look, Millie, don't be urged. Wait, I'll ask for a raise today before lunch.
Someone else will come along to make you happy, Oliver.
I'd rather be miserable with you. Oh, look. Can't you wait until tomorrow?
Why tomorrow?
Today's my birthday. I hate to feel sorry I'm born on my birthday.
I'm sorry, Oliver. I really am. I hope your blood turns out all right.
Them to the cleaners.
No! You're taking me to the cleaners. You're a thief.
You want to start calling names? All right. I'll start calling you. What time is it?
8 steps.
Yeah, give me a watch.
Of course. Look, take the alarm clock. I need my watch.
Where'd you ever find a cheap watch like this?
Well, it isn't easy.
I hate dealing with cheap people.
I'm not cheap, really. I'm saving out to get married.
Oh, you're breaking my heart.
Honest. Here's my engagement ring.
No! Give me.
But you can't use it.
I probably won't get $2 for the ring.
I'll give you 20.
Oh, how much you got there?
Please. I drew that money out to send my mother. She's not well. She's 59 and arthritic.
Mine's 64 and alcoholic. I needed more than you. Now, take off your pants.
How am I going to work?
Where do you work?
At the bank. The Friendly Diamond Dollar.
Oh, how we see. Now, I'm going. This hasn't been worth my time.
This thing hasn't started off right.
Millie!
Yes, sweetheart. Yes, Mr. Henderson.
Have you any idea what could have happened to Oliver?
I didn't want to mention it, Herbie, but I'm worried sick.
Because he's late.
2 hours.
I don't know I tolerate that mousy little man. It's a credit to my good nature.
Herbie, I'm afraid he's committed suicide.
Suicide?
Suicide? Oh my God, what a terrible thing for the bank!
It's all been my fault, Herbie.
Why?
I told him about us this morning.
You what?
I told him we were going to be married.
You idiot! Have you lost your mind? Oh, what if my wife hears about this?
What a wife?
And now, sweetheart! I didn't mention it before because I didn't want to upset you, darling. You see, she's in an institution.
You've got a wife! Alive!
Oh, now control yourself. You mustn't say most of our money is entrusted.
You were emotional enough for me last week down the safety vault.
Oh, stop crying. You're getting the money wet.
Do you have any children?
My wife is a Catholic.
Well, she can't be a nun. How many children?
A few.
How few?
7. Why do you know? Look happy. Here comes someone.
Good morning. I'm late.
Oliver, it's you.
Mr. Pankey, what do you mean coming to the bank dressed like that?
My clothes were stolen. I had to borrow these from the janitor.
We thought maybe you'd committed suicide.
Naked? A thief took everything I had.
Well, at least you're alive.
Well, get behind the counter before anyone sees you.
Can I talk to you a minute first? It's very important.
Make it quick.
I'm going to keep my promise, Millie. Well, as you know, the dollar isn't worth as much now as it was 5 years ago.
You can say that again.
I think once makes the point.
And just, what is the point?
Well, living costs have gone up, and we have to take a practical point of view, don't we?
We certainly do! And I'm glad to see you take that point of view. I was going to bring up the subject myself. Do you realize how much costs have gone up here at the bank? Paper clips have doubled!
I was speaking of my problems, sir.
Oh, they're one and the same, Oliver. What's bad for the bank is bad for the people.
What I wanted to point out, sir, was that my salary here is below the minimum wage.
As you said, we've got to be practical. Do you consider yourself the kind of employee who'd pitch in here and help?
Oh, yes, this bank is my home.
Then, do you think we'd be unfair if we asked you to take a 10% cut in salary?
10%!
Oh, but costs here have gone up 50%. Would you feel better to make it 20%?
Oh, no, 10% is fine.
You're happy at that figure.
Oh, yes, sir. I'm very happy.
You're sure?
Positive.
Then we've nothing more to discuss, have we, Oliver?
No, sir.
Now you'd better get to work.
Could I go to the men's room first? I don't feel well, sir.
Don't take too long. 10 more years, Oliver, and you'll be entitled to your own key.
Yes, sir.
7 children.
Oh, stop dwelling on this. Don't make a mistake in the payroll.
I've already made one. In the safety vault.
Millie, a bank is no place to discuss sex. It's not the kind of interest we encourage. Be careful, there's a man coming in. Good morning. Lovely day, isn't it?
If you could find a place to park.
How can I help you?
I was planning to do a little business with you.
May I ask what your line is?
Trade affairs.
Oh, must be a demanding work. Follow me, please.
Hey, you! That's right! That you kind of a parked in front. I was coming right out. Well, you got to be blocked in. I'll give you a ticket. I'll be back.
Oh, important businessman, I can always tell.
Hi, Miss Gogan. Here you have some trouble over your way.
And where were you?
Right where I belong, directing traffic.
Good morning, Miss Gogan. Been to the supermarket.
Oh, these aren't groceries I got here. It's money!
Oh, those are all filled with money.
Pennies are money, aren't they?
Those are all filled with pennies.
Ah.
How much are in
I
there?
don't know. It's a bank stop to count money, isn't it?
Yes, indeed. You might say it's our favorite pastime.
Do you have a machine to count it?
Oh, yes. It's washing its hands right now, but I'll see if it's ready. Oliver!
You letting Oliver Panky count my pennies?
I'll have him count them twice.
Oh,
You certainly took long enough.
My zipper's stuck.
Well, I have a present for you. Miss Gogan has some pennies she wants counted, and I'm going to give you the privilege of counting them for her.
twice!
These are all pennies.
Now I have a date to have lunch with the president, so you can use my desk.
Mr. Henderson, I have an important date with my doctor at 1.
Then you'll just have to stay tonight until you've finished. Now, if you excuse me, I have to meet the president. Oliver, we may play golf after lunch. If I'm not back by closing time, there's a businessman coming back for some bank business. He's in trade affairs.
Yes, sir.
Enjoy your knitting, Miss Gogan. Millie, keep an eye on things. Oliver, start counting.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I should have let that thief kill me.
Do you have an appointment?
Naturally.
Not necessarily. Name?
Doe.
Will you spell it, please? Doctor's orders.
D-O-E. Doe.
Is Doe your first or last name?
It could hardly be first. Otherwise, I'd be Dodo.
Oh, could be. Now, preoperative, postoperative, preliminary, or exploratory?
I had a blood test. All I wanted to know is a result. Miss, I've had a bad day. Please, tell the doctor I'm here.
Very well. Patients have no consideration for the doctor.
What's on your mind? Doll?
Another one of those impatient patients. Shall I send him in?
How long has he been waiting?
Just came in.
Oh. Then we can't possibly see him right away. Sets a bad example. Have him wake up now.
Ring when you're ready.
Bring in his report. Sweetheart.
Doctor's in conference. You see you as soon as he's free.
Oh, will that be?
I'm a receptionist, not an astrologer, Mr. Doe.
Hi there! Beautiful.
Oh, hello, Mr. McSwain.
Tell him I want to see him right away. I have a go date and I don't want to be
Right
late.
away.
Excuse me, but do you have an appointment?
Why?
Well, I have an appointment, and I was here before you.
Look, fella, I'm with the FBI. For all you know, I'm here on official business.
Well, are you?
That's top secret, pal.
Doctor will see you now. Not you.
Hi, Mac! This is a pleasant surprise.
Open to me the building.
Where is the Sit down! What time is it?
I haven't got any. It's not me. I feel fine. It's my wife.
What's wrong with her?
She won't have sex.
Sex? Have Anita send the patient in.
Doc says send the next guy in.
Thank you. Would you like to go in now?
If I haven't taken root.
Ah! Come in, Mr.
Doe, John Doe.
Ah, yes. Sit down. I was just studying your report. Blood test?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Are you married, Mr. Doe?
I was sort of planning.
I would strongly advise against it.
You mean I've got something?
Shall I tell you the truth?
I hate to think I've waited an hour to be lied to.
The naked truth?
Well, I wouldn't want you to dress it up. What have I got?
6 months.
It takes 6 months to cure a social disease.
What you have is not social, Mr. Doe. It's incurable.
What is it?
Leukemia.
From a toilet seat?
More likely from your ancestors. It's one of those things they brought over on the Mayflower.
Leukemia?
Well, shall I be honest?
No, just give me a hint.
I'm afraid it's terminal.
What does that mean?
It's the end of the line. It's where the train stops.
You mean I got to get off?
I wish I could give you a return ticket.
Can't you keep me on the train?
Not for longer than 6 months.
Not even till Christmas.
I'm a physician.
not a magician.
You mean there's nothing science can do?
Oh no! Science has made wonderful strides. We are now able to predict almost to the minute what your life expectancy will be
That's wonderful, but what about a cure?
in a few years. Who knows?
In a few years. Who cares?
Look at it this way, son. You made it this far, and you 6 more glorious months to live.
You couldn't make it 8? My mother will be on Social Security then.
I can't turn the clock back.
I just want you to wind it a little.
Naturally, you want to notify nearest of kin.
Oh, no, not anybody. I don't want people sorry for me.
It's your life.
What's left of it?
Come back next week. We'll talk.
No, thank you.
Oh, Mr. Doll,
Yes?
would you like to pay your bill now?
What?
That's 2 office visits at $15 a visit, and $25 for laboratory tests, and $5 delivery charge. That's $60 if you don't mind.
Well, I do mind! I've sat here for over 30 minutes, and the doctor actually sees me for 30 seconds. At that rate, I only owe him 50 cents, and that's all I'm damn well going to pay!
Now, look here, fella. Don't talk to little lady like that. Pay your bills.
You looking for trouble, mister?
No, I was only...
Mind your own business! You got anything else to say?
No, sir.
Then shut up!
What is the food is bugging him?
Paranoid! Don't pay to argue with them!
I know. I've run into that type before. They're killers.
Pays to play safe.
Oh, what? Anita!
What is it, doctor?
Stop that man that just left. Bring him back. There's been a mistake.
He is gone, doctor. Is anything wrong?
What is it, Doc?
You gave me the wrong report.
It says John Doll!
But he isn't 90 years old.
Is it important?
Yes! I told that boy he was going to die. Get his address. Get in touch with him. I gave him 6 months to live.
That was not having sex.
Actually, there's not a thing wrong with that boy.
I wouldn't like to cross him.
Hurry, Anita. What's his address?
He hasn't got any! What happens if we can't find him?
He may kill himself. Or worse yet, somebody else.
$348. 21,349.
Do you think you'll be able to finish by closing the time?
I certainly hope so. 21,350. Millie, have you any idea why Oliver should take 3 hours for lunch?
Let's see his doctor, Mr. Henderson.
Oh, he'll need a doctor when I'm through with him. Where was I?
21,350.
21,351. He's fired. 21,352 on the spot. 21,353. No. I'll wait till he's finished accounting. 21,354.
There's an echo in here.
Oliver, it's Catsby here.
Where did you get those clothes?
If you got the right credit cards, you can charge anything. Even your own funeral. Didn't you know that? Fathead!
What did you call me?
Fathead.
You're drunk.
You're right.
You're fired.
You're wrong. I quit.
You quit?
You're right.
Oliver, what happened?
Who cares?
Who's going to count my pennies?
Why don't you count them yourself? You dehydrated old bitless prune.
What did you call me?
A dehydrated old bit of spoon.
Oliver, you're throwing your life away.
That's right, and it's wonderful.
Oliver Panky, get your towel and your false cuffs and get out of this bank.
Make me blubber butt.
Are you going to let him talk to you that way?
No, I certainly am not. Millie, go to the corner and call a cop.
Come, he's a traffic cop.
So you'll just have to try to throw me out. Hold this. Are you ready?
Just, what do you think you're going to do?
Beat hell out of you. Ah!
Don't count this way. Remember where you are.
And you remember where you are. 21,354.
Billy, say something to him.
Did you have a good lunch, Oliver?
Oh, tell him I can't fight him. I'm a vice president.
Stop him. He's insane. Do something.
Yes. Stand still and do something, you coward.
And now, old pal, I've always been your friend. I've always given you my key to the men's room anytime you've asked. Haven't I, Oliver?
5 years of begging. Just to go to the toilet. And on top of that, you stole my girl.
You can have her back.
It's too late.
With a raise 10%.
Too little.
And a vacation.
I don't want it.
Doesn't anybody want me?
Then what do you want, Oliver?
I want to punch you in the nose!
Officer! You're just in time. Arrest that man. He was going to strike me.
Is that true? No, I was going to kill him.
What's going on here?
Not the girl business. What's the trouble, son? I'm just tired of being pushed around by him. You. And everybody.
Handcuff him so I can get at him.
Put him in jail where he belongs.
Look, Phelps! We got the new policy in the police department.
Reese.
Now, see here, fellow citizen, why don't you be a nice guy? Put on your coats and go make trouble in some other bank.
I want to see a little police brutality.
Look. Don't push me, fellow.
Take your gun and shoot me, you big bully. You tried to get busy, Moses.
Arrest him!
Arrest him.
Arrest me!
What are you doing now? Seems to be like everybody now is either mean, mad, or unemployed.
Are you going to arrest him?
No! I already filled my quota for this month. Now, look, boy.
Don't call me boy. Call me Mr. Panky.
All right, Mr. Panky. Why don't you be a nice guy and leave? I'd appreciate it.
Say please.
How about a pint of my blood?
That's not necessary. I'll leave. Cowards make me sick. But remember this, Mr. Blubberbutt. If we ever meet on the street corner and the traffic sign says don't walk, don't walk.
Oliver,
Yes?
where will you go?
To hell.
Can I go with you, Oliver?
Sorry, I've only got a one-way ticket. Well, folks, you've seen the last of Oliver. Wendell Panky.
Everyone, please continue. And no funny business.
This will never happen to Postman.
Line up by the desk. You! Maybe you're wrong. What first?
Can I have it back when you're done? I've already lost 3.
You got the hidden camera in here.
Oh no, we're a small family
He's
branch.
lying. It's right up there.
Is it working now?
No!
Yes, I just saw Herbie press the button with his foot.
Accidentally!
You love your TV?
No!
Let's put in the good chair. Get over here, all of you. Could you look a little more calm, please? Let's go! Let's go! Oh, that's good.
This ain't gonna look good to the commissioner.
Let's give it a little more guts. Get to your knees, folks. You, get to your knees.
No.
Why not?
I've got a new suit.
Look, cut it up, Mela. This is lousy for my mother. We'll come.
Oliver, you shoot you!
So what? Well, why don't you shoot me? It'll make a good scene.
Why is it this always has to be one sport sport? Now, get to your knees.
No, Oliver, do what he says. He might shoot one of us.
I'll give you 3. 1. 2. 2.5.
3 shoot.
You hold get behind cocktail.
Go ahead. Pull the trigger. I'll give you 3.
Don't do me no favors.
1, 2, 3.
Look, I never saw nothing in my whole life. Not even love it.
You've got to start sometime. Go ahead. Bang, bang.
You leave me alone.
Oliver, don't! I can't stand it!
Give me that gun. You're never going to use it.
Don't shoot it, please.
That's the bravest stuff I ever seen.
Put your hands up.
Take off that mask. Let's get a mug shoot while we're at it.
It's you! It's the thief that robbed me this morning. Give me that gun back. I'll kill him. Let me go. He took my mother's allowance and my pants. Let go of me. Let me kill him.
Oliver, Tanner, stop it! He's caught now!
You'll get your pets back.
And probably already won't!
And when the bank president sees that film, he'll probably give your own key to the men's room.
No! And when he sees your enemies, he'll probably fire me.
Oh, Oliver, we'd all be lying here in a pool of blood if it wasn't for you! I'll never forget what you've done, Oliver!
I couldn't have done it better myself.
Drop dead, all of you.
Oliver, are you mad at us?
I'm mad at the whole damn world. And nobody better get in my way.
Where are you going, Oliver?
To hell.
What do you do there, Oliver?
Live a little.
What are you going to live on?
Borrowed time.
But you have to do something.
I will. I may cross the Atlantic in a canoe. Or hijack space missiles. Or take up wrestling alligators. I'll find something to pass the time.
With things like that. Wouldn't you be afraid?
I'll never be afraid of anything or anybody again. Not for as long as I live.
Oh,
Man, there goes a wildcat.
Oh, Superman!
same and sexy too.
Today's fight is about a new hero. His name is Oliver Wendell Hickey.
Haven't I seen you somewhere before?
You just said so. In the papers.
Oh, that's right, and on TV too. Well, I just wanted to say I think you were very brave, getting a bank bandit all by yourself.
I just happened to lose my temper.
Well, it's nice meeting a real-life hero for a change. All I meet are sick people.
At least they've got something to live for.
Take care.
I won't.
Excuse me, Mr. Panky, but could I speak to you for a moment?
Is it important?
To me! Sir!
Very well. Make it snappy.
Yes, sir. Well, it's a little difficult for me this time to take a 10% cut.
You're loyal to the bank, aren't you?
Oh, yes, sir. But since those hidden camera shots were shown on TV, my mother has cut off my allowance.
Oh, would you like to leave?
Oh, no, sir. When you become president of the bank, well, I hope to move up again.
Then stick around. There'll be a vacancy in about 6 months.
You're sure?
I'm positive.
You'll be leaving us.
Permanently. Now, anything else?
Yes, sir. Could I have the key to the men's room?
10 minutes is the maximum.
Yes, sir. 6 months.
Oliver?
What did you want, Miss Millhouse?
I just wanted to congratulate you.
On this job, I just took it for 6 months to help the bank.
I don't mean that. I mean what you did at the zoo Sunday.
I just happened to be there. If it hadn't been me, it would have been someone else.
But you were the one that risked your life again. You saved him from the jaws of death. You Oliver Pancake.
I don't know why the newspapers have to make so much of it.
When a man bites a gorilla, that's news, Oliver.
Well, at least it's made him let go of the little boy.
Well, I just wish I could have seen it. I had fainted.
6 people did. 1 woman and 5 men.
Just goes to show.
Mr. Panky,
Yes.
I'm with the FBI.
What can I do for you?
May I talk to you?
Why not?
My name is McSwain.
You ought to know. But what do I got to do with the FBI?
Well, to be perfectly frank, we need a man with no guns.
What would you do with my guts?
2 months ago, a federal armored truck was robbed of $6 million of government money. Maybe you read about it.
Well, of course, I read about it. 2 guards were killed.
Exactly. And the hijackers got away. There was one witness, and he disappeared.
Killed?
No, hiding. From what we can learn, he's afraid of being killed. That's why he hasn't come forward to make an identification.
What's that got to do with me?
We want to use you.
For what?
A sitting duck.
What does that mean?
We want to announce that you were that witness, and that you've come forward to identify the criminals.
But how can I identify those killers when I've never seen them?
You won't have to, and they don't know that. But the moment we publicize that you're the only witness, they'll come out of hiding to gun you down.
Oh!
That's right.
You want to use me for bait?
Correct. You'll be protected night and day by undercover agents.
Then I won't know who the killers are either, will I?
But we will. And the moment they start shooting at you, we know them.
And if they get me first?
We see that your reward goes to whoever you name.
Reward? You mean I get a medal? Posthumously?
Naturally, you get part of the reward money once the loot is recovered.
Oh!
You could be a rich man.
Or a dead duck!
Can we count on you?
What can I lose?
I knew we could! You're the only man we could fight completely with that fear. Well, I will leave the news right away. We ought to get some action by tomorrow. Beasting you, Tarzan!
Oliver, I heard. Don't do it. Please, don't throw your life away because of me.
What are you talking about?
Oh, you don't fool me, Oliver. A woman always knows that is no way to cure a broken heart, Oliver.
I can use the reward. My mother needs new teeth.
I broke our engagement and broke your poor heart, didn't I?
It was something else.
I know the truth now, Oliver. Forgive me.
All right.
No, you don't mean it.
I swear.
Oh, you don't care what happens to you, do you?
No. Yes? No, you don't understand.
Oliver, if you're shot tomorrow, have you thought what that would do to me? It will kill me.
No one's shooting at you yet.
Oliver, I am going to give you a reason to want to live. Come with me to the safety vault.
Well, I can't. Herbie's in the men's room.
Are you going to be in your room tonight, Oliver?
Oh, well, high time.
I got soap in my eye!
Do you always wash your face when you go to the men's room?
Doesn't everybody?
Never mind. I have a date to play golf with the president. I'm leaving you in charge.
Some people just have a charmed life. He gets promoted, I get soap in my eye.
Herbie, I've discovered Oliver's secret.
It's no secret, he's got my job.
No, he wants to die. Herbie, you've got to help.
You want me to kill him?
No, save him from himself.
Why me?
Because you and me are to blame.
For what?
For what's happened in the safety vault.
Oh, I should have been stronger, especially in the safety vault.
He's going to be shot.
Can we count on it?
He's offered himself as a sitting duck for the FBI. Tomorrow, killers are trying to gun him down.
Tomorrow!
He may never see the sunset. All because life is meaningless without me. It makes me so proud.
He told you this?
He didn't have to. Women knows these things. That's why we're women.
What are you going to do?
Save him. It's the least I can do. But I wanted to be honest with you. I wanted to hold my head up afterwards.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
I'm talking about saving Oliver Wendell Peckey's life.
How?
Well, may you ask. The only way I know. A woman's way.
Oh, it's you! Watch out! What have you got there?
You!
Me!
You're supposed to look like you. Word got out this morning. The shooting could start any minute.
What makes you think those killers will try to get to this late?
2 men just rented a room in the building, right across from yours. Very suspicious. Paid in advance.
What makes you think they are the killers?
They were carrying violent cases.
Why didn't you arrest them?
It's illegal. They have to commit crime first.
You wait until they start shooting!
That's right. But don't worry. We've got 13 trucks surrounding this building, all filled with counterintelligence agents.
Won't that make the killers suspicious?
Not the chance. They're disguised good humor trucks.
Then what do I do?
Sit tight and don't go near the window. I'll hide and keep you covered.
trouble.
Oh, nothing at all. Just little fresh orange juice, strawberries and cream, half a grapefruit, oatmeal, mushroom omelette, toast, little big sausage, ruby, muffins, vitamin B.
Oh, I've got to meet a couple of musicians.
Oh, I can see you're in a hurry. When you come home, knock on my door.
Why?
I'll let you sample my apple pen. Dowdy!
Come out. You've got your supposed to protect me. Aren't you liable to be shot?
You're right. Now, we'll see what happens.
Who is it?
Me, Millie. Well, about time. What's that?
A present. A fan gave it to me.
Is that your red sports car parked down in front?
Not exactly. I've just rented it for 6 months.
Looks fast.
It is. I've got it up to 180 in the park yesterday.
Oliver, you spend the rest of your life in jail.
Not a chance.
I have a feeling I don't know you, Oliver. In just a week's time, you seem to have grown taller.
Maybe you've grown shorter. What did you want?
Can I sit and talk to you a moment?
Well, I haven't much time.
I've made a terrible mistake, Oliver. When I broke our engagement, I didn't know what it would do to you. Do you want me back, Oliver?
It wouldn't be fair to you, Millie.
Don't think of Herbie. I'll break my engagement to him.
You'd ruin his life.
Oliver, I've run a terrible risk coming to your room like this, but I'm still engaged to Herbie. He's insanely jealous. A wild man. But I had to save you if I could.
No one can save me, Millie. No one. That's all I can say. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to brush my teeth.
Oh, Oliver.
Yes.
I busted a button off my blouse.
I'll get you a safety pin.
No. Just get me a needle and a thread. I'll sew it back on.
What color thread?
You got red?
Yes. And if you need anything special, I've got a thimble.
I'll hold the needle, and you can thread it.
It's a dumb way to thread a needle.
I like to feel I'm helping. Wait. I'll brace my hand steady. This will make it easier for you. Oliver,
Yes?
could I ask you something very personal?
Why not?
Well, have you ever slept with a, well, you know, a woman?
Hundreds of times.
Who?
My mother.
Your mother?
I was afraid of the dark.
I mean, anyone else?
My father.
Oh, this isn't going to work. Look, you hold the needle. Give me the thread. I'll find the eye.
Really? Looking at you this close, could I tell you something?
What, Oliver?
You look cross-eyed.
Oh, you're not giving me much cooperation, Oliver.
I offered you a safety pin.
I thought it would be nice if we could do something together, Oliver.
Who is it?
Herbie Henderson.
Herbie! Oliver, he's insanely jealous. He'll never believe I just lost a button.
Get in the bathroom, quick.
Could I talk to you?
Well, I'm kind of busy.
This won't take long. What's that?
I made it.
Oh, shows talent.
What did you want to see me about, Herbie?
Millie.
What about her?
Well, I'm engaged to her, you know.
Yes, I know, and you know, and Millie knows. But there's one thing I'd like to know.
What?
Does your wife know?
My wife is suffering from an incurable disease.
Leukemia!
Jealousy!
Oh. Does she know about Millie?
That's exactly why I'm here. You'll admit, she's everything a man could want, won't you?
I suppose so.
Then, take her off my hands.
You want to dump her?
Get me off the hook.
Oh, what can I do?
I don't know. I haven't got an evil mind. Fix it, so I can catch you trying to seduce her. Get her blouse off or something so I can break in and break our engagement.
You're going to be sorry you said those
Well,
things.
what can I do? I want to be set free.
Stand in front of the window there a moment.
What for?
You might get your wish.
So, that's all I mean to you, Herbie Henderson.
Oh, why didn't you tell me she was in
You
there?
didn't ask.
Now I know the truth. And with this, I hereby set you free, Herbert.
What is it?
My pride, I swallowed it.
So she's taking sleeping pills.
Be happy, Herbert.
Oh, she swallowed the whole bottle.
She's not going to die.
After what she swallowed?
I never heard of anybody dying from vitamin pills.
Vitamin pills?
I keep them in this bottle so no one will steal them.
Then she's not going to die.
Just embarrassed.
Do you realize what my wife will do if this gets back to her?
Divorce me.
Permanently. She's just crazy enough to get a gun. And he tried to shoot me! My wife!
Are you human? Must have been those musicians.
What the hell's going on around here?
Didn't you see? I just had my head shot off. Whoa.
Oh, good morning, Millie.
I am not speaking to you, Mr. Henderson.
I told my wife about you, Millie.
You what?
I had to tell someone. I was so proud that you swallowed a whole bottle of vitamin pills because of me.
I hate you.
Oh, she'll give me a divorce, Millie.
Did it ever occur to you that I might not want you, Mr. Henderson?
No. Why should it?
Some security. You let the killers slip right through your fingers.
So we made a tactical error, but we're not discouraged.
You think they'll try again?
Any minute.
Here.
They're desperate now, but we are prepared. I've got this whole area saturated with undercover agents. But the chief wanted to have a gun.
Is it filled?
Oh, it's loaded, all right.
What can I do for you this morning, Miss Gogan?
Well, what with all this shooting going on, nothing's safe anymore. I got 26 books of trading stamps I'd like to keep in your deposit vault.
Millie will take care of you.
Yes, Mr. Pankey.
Show Miss Gogan the way to get to the deposit vault.
Walk this way.
I haven't been able to walk that way in 13 years.
Well, I go out and check on my agents. Be careful. Watch out for any strangers that may come into the bank. Protect yourself.
Are you Mr. Panky?
That's right.
I have a little business to do with you.
And what can I do for you?
I have a suitcase here. I would like to do.
May I ask what's in the suitcase?
Erotic Terminator.
Well, it will be perfectly safe here. Will you sign this, please? The girl will be here in just a moment.
I don't think I'll wait.
But, sir, you didn't take your receipt. Your receipt!
He certainly seems to be in a hurry.
Probably had something pressing on his mind. Now what?
Anything wrong, Mr. Pankey?
Something's happened to my watch. It's ticking too loud.
Oliver, we're luck! We discovered two men parked in a car across the street, and we think they're the killers we want.
But you're not sure.
Well, they're watching a bank, and they've got violent cases.
Why don't you arrest them?
They've got that shooting first.
Well, they'll just have to wait for me till the bank closes. Oh, you didn't see a man in a dark overcoat just leave, did you?
No, why?
He left a suitcase and didn't take his receipt.
He what?
His suitcase. You'd think he'd worry.
Get everybody out of the bank!
Why? It's not time to close.
It's a time bomb! Get down! Oh, I
Well,
do it!
I'm certainly glad it isn't my watch.
Don't come in here!
What's the matter?
Somebody forgot his time bomb.
Oh, that's certainly going down here.
Stay back! It's going up in here any minute!
Who is my money?
Oliver, get away from it! You'll be blown up!
Oh, don't bother. I'll take it apart.
Ah! Are you crazy?
You're crazy. I will say, it's heavy for a rat strap. Hickory dickory dock. Mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck one. Boom! Now that's silly. To lock it. Who's going to steal a bomb? Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. It's running faster! Oh well. There's one sure way to do it. Oh, it's an exterminator, all right. 2 minutes to 1. I wonder if it has an alarm. Handle with care. Right. Dynamite! That's certainly the hard way to kill rats. 1 minute to 1. It must be set for 1 o'clock coffee break. 1, 2, 3. Too late. Come out, wherever you are.
Was it a bomb?
Set for 1 o'clock.
Is it safe?
I guess so. The alarm went off.
Oh my God! That was the bravest thing I've ever
You
seen!
saved our lives!
And the bag!
And my money!
What shall I do with this dynamite?
I'll take it out and give it my agents.
Oh, Oliver, you could have been killed!
They tried, but we outsmarted them, Oliver. Didn't we, old boy?
We sure did, old boy.
You know what we're going to do now, Oliver?
What?
I want you to walk right out that store and stand there to show them that you're still alive.
You think they waited around?
Pause them.
Have you got enough math?
56. No, 55. One had to go to the dentist.
I'm getting out of here!
No one lives till the shooting over. All right, Oliver. Give me 5 minutes to get my men set. Are you ready?
Tonight, I may never listen to the radio.
Oliver, it's not worth it!
You don't know what's on.
We show those killers what you're made of. It may not take me 5 minutes. I blow my whistle, then come out rolling like a lion.
Oliver, if you walk out that door to be killed, I'm going with you!
They're not waiting for you. You weren't invited.
Without you around, Oliver, I don't want to live.
No, Millie, you belong to Herbie.
Oh, I don't deserve her, Oliver. I give her to you.
No, Herbie, I'm not worth it. I give her to you.
Stop giving me away. I want Oliver.
All right, Millie. Come outside in 5 minutes, and you can have me.
Oh, Mr. Panky, I've got to see you.
Well, I'm rather busy at the moment. Could it wait 5 minutes?
No, it's urgent.
Well, I could give you exactly 4 minutes and 15 seconds.
And personal.
Will you folks mind waiting at the safety deposit vault?
Don't you go without me, Oliver.
Now, what is it, Miss?
I dreamt about you last night.
That's what you've got to tell me.
And when I woke up, I knew I had to see you.
Could you come back tomorrow?
You're John Doe.
Was that your dream?
I suddenly placed you. You came in for a blood test.
And I got it.
But it was a mistake, Mr. Panky.
It sure was. It's always best not to know the truth.
You got the wrong report.
You mean I haven't got syphilis?
You haven't got anything.
You mean I'm healthy?
You're healthier than the doctor.
You mean I'm not going to die?
I'm terribly sorry.
I'm going to live.
I'm afraid so.
You know what I like to do.
Celebrate.
Head through the nose.
We all make mistakes.
You don't know what you've put me through?
If there's anything I can do.
Yes, there is. Go call Millie. Say there's something I've got to tell her. I'm going to live. going to live.
Oliver, what's the matter?
I'm going to live.
Why are you trembling?
I think I'm going to be sick.
Why?
Because I'm going to die.
You're not making a very good sense, Oliver.
No, but I'm going to make a very good target. That's for me.
Oliver, I've decided not to stand in your way. Who am I to stop you from being a hero?
Well, you could try, couldn't you?
I've got to show more faith in you. Face your destiny!
Oh, that's a gun. Put it down. It's loaded.
Wonderful, Oliver. You want to go out there unarmed.
Excuse me, I'd like to take $2.
That man's a killer.
I'm a musician.
You got a gun in there.
I got a violin.
Oliver, that's musical Pompuzzi from the Kieran. I know them.
You're a killer.
I'm Pompuzzi, and it's over violin.
Oh, you don't fool me. Now put that machine gun on the chair.
Mamma mia. What is it? He ordered up.
Now lie down on the floor.
Order the drummer to kiss chick.
Oliver, what's the matter with you?
Open it up, Millie. You'll find a gun inside.
I think I did Binks.
Well, is it the gun?
No.
A violin?
No.
Well, what's in it?
Laundry.
I think it's a laundromat. A violin case looks better than the pillowcase.
Oh, well, this is a bank. It's no place to bring laundry.
I'll do it at home.
Cash is check, Millie.
Never mind, it's other with the $2. Mi amore. That thing's a dog!
Oliver, what's come over you?
Millie, I want to live.
Everybody wants to live.
But you don't understand. I want to live because I'm not going to die.
Everybody's got to die too, Oliver.
But not in 2 minutes.
Oliver, what are you looking for?
An aspirin.
Where the hell is Oliver?
Under his desk.
What's the matter, Oliver? Did your watch stop?
No, my heart.
We are all waiting for you out there.
I know. They're waiting for me up there too.
Didn't you hear me whistle?
I thought it was my breathing.
You are holding up the whole shooting match, Oliver.
Don't tell me.
Are you backing out?
Not from under here.
I know what he wants.
The good night sleep.
He just wants to walk alone with you under there. Well, give him a kiss and send him out.
You want me under there with you, Oliver?
No, I've got to come out. I'm getting a cramp.
Oliver, what's happened?
Millie, all this time I thought I was going to die. The doctor made a mistake, so I didn't care. But now, I just found out I'm going to live.
But that's wonderful, Oliver.
It's terrible, because I've got to die anyhow.
Why?
I've rented a car for 6 months. I bought jewelry and suit and an electric toothbrush.
What's wrong with that?
I've got to pay for them.
Why worry? Nobody else does.
But my mother isn't on Social Security yet. If I die, I can pay my debt.
Oliver, your life is worth more than your debt.
Not to her, Sventikov.
You mean you're going out there to be shot at just to pay for an electric toothbrush?
I've got to, and I'm
A
afraid.
man like you, a man that bit a gorilla.
I have no choice now.
Do you want to die?
No, but I need the reward.
Are you scared?
I'm scared to death. Look at my handshake. I couldn't even hold a drink even if I tried.
Ben, you're a brave man, Oliver. It's not brave to risk your life when he wants to die. It's only brave when he wants to live.
Tell that to my mother. Goodbye, Millie. Marry Herbie. And be happy. Name the first boy after me.
I will, Oliver. Even if it's a girl.
I'm glad I splurged on my silk jockey shorts. I'll look better when they undress me.
You come out of this alive, Oliver. But if you don't, I'm going to become a nun.
You do that, Millie. They're dressing better nowadays.
Well, it's over. You get the reward he wanted.
Tell me, was his last word, Millie?
No, ouch.
He died the way he wanted to die. In silk jockey shorts.
I never looked. He'll be all right.
What do you mean he'll be alright?
Lucky thing he fainted when he did. Gave us a chance to get there first. There's nothing the matter with him.
Then what's he doing dead?
Hit his head on a fire plug. Give him a minute. He'll be all right. What the guy? What guts? What the target?
Oliver Wendell Pankey. My hero.
Heaven.
They got the bandits, Oliver. And you'll get the reward. And you're not dead, Oliver.
How can you tell?
you dead?
Ask me again.